But with reforms tightening alimony, adjusting child support structures, and limiting automatic advantages once assumed, the playing field is shifting dramatically. What was once seen as an easy exit strategy is now becoming a harsh financial reality. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel directly, hit the thanks button below.
So I want to actually let y'all listen to this video, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and let y'all and comment and invoke some commentary on what's happening. And I want y'all to listen to some of the words that this woman is using. I want to be clear about something. I am so appreciative of this woman in the video that she made, but I want y'all to listen to what is going on, what is happening. Welcome to Saturday, y'all. And I'm just going to throw this live stream up together. It won't be long, but what I'm starting to learn how to do is just jump in this thing and put these videos up, because my clients is getting a buttonhole done up. So this is a video, once again, a woman. I'm gonna put the link at the bottom when I'm done with this, as I'm putting these live streams over on Facts Unplugged. I'm sorry, Negro, please. So I want y'all to check this out. All right, listen up.
Recent changes to divorce laws have stirred controversy nationwide, with many women voicing concerns that the reforms tilt the scales of justice against them. Lawmakers who champion the new rules say the intent is to modernize the legal system, cut down on drawn-out cases, and reduce.
You heard what they said? They said women are complaining, but what they're trying to do is modernize the legal system. So I want y'all to listen and try to fathom the perspective on that. The legal system, now, women have been bragging now, they make more than men. They are more educated than men. But when it comes to divorcing us, they're pretty cool with the old system. They're pretty cool with women taking half. This is why, listen, I will tell you guys again, and again. Don't ever get into a conversation with a woman for over 45 seconds. They are 100% prayer grade A dumb. And if you say one thing, they won't answer it. They'll change the subject or try to change the narrative, or they'll deflect, but put a host of things in place where y'all think y'all talking, but y'all are only talking for you to keep explaining to her what's bothering you and what should be right. And she's just going to make mental notes of those things and use them as button pressers and figure, yeah, I can do this to get back at them. But I'm going to back that up a little bit, but I want y'all to listen.
Financial makers who champion the new wide, with many women voicing concerns that the reforms tilt the scales of justice against them. Lawmakers who champion the new rules say the intent is to modernize the legal system, cut down on drawn-out cases, and reduce financial manipulation between ex-spouses. But critics argue that the changes come at the expense of women, who statistically are more likely to bear the brunt of economic instability after a marriage ends. Key changes in the law. Alimony limits. In several states, permanent alimony is being phased out in favor of short-term or rehabilitative support. Women who left the workforce to raise children worry they will be left without adequate financial security. Property division. New form.
Alimony limits. You heard what she just said. She said alimony limits. Now, here's the amazing thing about alimony limits. Probably 98% of individuals that pay alimony are men. The individuals that are receiving alimony are women. So, of course, anything that you try and reform when it comes to women being on the receiving end of it, that's a no-no. They ain't trying to hear that. It ain't happening. So, of course, women are going to come with a very, very unique perspective on alimony limits. You'll notice the Donald Trump administration is very keen on that word limit. All right, because as of right now, and the way things roll, and the way things are going, is there are no limits. Everything right now is the continuation. It go on forever. There is no stop to it. And because of that, the word limit, now you see an influx in videos on social media, women barking and complaining about they cut my welfare. Women are barking and complaining about now. The welfare system created a whole new narrative of boss bees and individuals that don't need men. The independent movement, the feminist movement, the Me Too movement, all these movements sprung out. Every time you figure, hey, look, they're going to leave us alone, they come up with a new perspective on men. Oh, now it's the Me Too movement. First, we had to liberate ourselves from men. So you wasn't around us. And then Me Too, the feminist movement, part 2 came out. Oh, I thought you liberated yourself from men. Then they had to, they created, it's the Me Too movement. Every time we figure we are in the clear, maybe these women going to calm down, they come up with a new victim narrative. And the laws was sitting back, being the same, wasn't changing. Now the laws are changing, and they seem to be barking up something different. Let us continue to listen.
Emphasize equal rather than equitable division. Advocates of the old standard say the nuanced approach accounted for sacrifices made during marriage, while the stricter split leaves many women vulnerable. Child custody presumptions. Some laws now favor 50-50 custody arrangements.
So these individuals are claiming that the new laws are leaving women vulnerable, but they're strong. This is nothing more than proof that DEI and laws gave women their strength. So when you hear any type of reform, you're going to hear the beneficiaries of the perspective that of the beneficiaries of the curriculum that was in place that needs reform. Let's be clear. Good don't need reform. Great don't need reform. But when something is up and all of a sudden you got a whole bunch of individuals taking advantage of the situation, then we need reform. So leave your comment below. Name one time, good, great, things is going well, needed reform. When did it? Cars aren't like they was. I was seeing a video I posted earlier. I was in my Nissan Leaf today. That is the most technically advanced car that I own. I was driving. I looked to the left because it was a guy riding on a scooter, and I was just looking at him, and the car was like, beep, 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 and car in front of me stopped. I was like, oh shit! I tapped the steering wheel. Thank you. It told me, hey, listen, either you hit the brakes or I will. Okay, that's what cars have come. But I welcome that. But all of a sudden, and for some reason, these women they're complaining that the law is the law is casting them out, and they're feeling that they will be taken advantage of. Gee, I wonder why.
As the starting point, rather than awarding primary custody to one parent. Critics say this could disadvantage mothers who would favor 50-50 coverage, while the stricter split leaves many women vulnerable. Child custody presumptions. Some laws now favor 50-50 custody arrangements as the starting point, rather than awarding primary custody to one parent. Critics say this could disadvantage mothers who were the primary caregivers.
They're complaining about 50-50 custody. Oh, this is going to leave us at a disadvantage. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to y'all. I'm going to teach y'all how to convert with a woman one-on-one. I'm going to teach y'all something. When you're conversing with a woman, do not allow a woman to say, we're going to be disadvantaged if y'all do that, blah, blah, blah. Say, hold on. Explain to me in detail how you're going to be disadvantaged. You guys, when you converse with women, you really don't realize how much you're not talking to women. You're just explaining yourself. You guys don't realize how much when you're conversing with a woman, if you finish with that quote unquote conversation you think you haven't, you'll realize that, God dag, wait a minute. She said absolutely nothing. She was just puppeting you along. And she was just throwing little BS logs in your fire, and you just kept cacking away. But now they're claiming, oh, if you give a father 50, if you give 50-50, how is 50-50 custody gonna leave the mother at a disadvantage?
Fast-track proceedings. While designed to speed up legal battles, shortened timelines can make it harder for lower-income spouses, often women, to gather evidence and secure strong legal representation. Why would
you heard that? They want to speed up the process. Now let me help y'all understand something. The process can go as fast as it can right now. Let me tell y'all what the problem is. A lot of y'all don't realize this perspective. I'm about to break it down to y'all. There are some states that's called the closed state and an open case state. New Jersey is an open case state. An open case state is designed for women. All right. So there's a lot of women out there that get caught on strung out on drugs, and then they get their children taken away. An open case state is designed to let a woman gather herself, allow a woman to get strong, gather themselves, do all these things. And then they come after they're all clean and, you finished sucking dick? Yeah, I'm finished sucking dick. Okay. Just curious. How many guys did you today? Oh. How many guys did you today? I let 5 guys get up in this. Shaquita, damn, So I crack myself up, So these laws are designed to allow a woman to get themselves together. But now they're screaming, no, we don't want fast. We want slow to give a woman enough time to get her evidence together. I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing this for 25 years. Women don't ever need time to get their evidence together. Women get their evidence together in the day-to-day. There is no such thing as a woman saying, I want to file for divorce on September 12th, and then say, I got to get my evidence together. If you meet a woman that files for divorce, I want y'all to listen to what I'm about to tell you. If you meet a woman that's filing, today is September 12th, by the way. If you meet a woman that's filing for a divorce today, September 12th, she got evidence way back from 20. She got information back from 20 BC. She got evidence from when she wasn't even born. You're like, God damn, I wasn't born when no. But what happens is they want to rebuttal every step of this new thing called reform. They want to rebuttal it.
Women are pushing back. For decades, divorce law has tried to balance fairness with recognition of unequal dynamics inside many households. Women disproportionately step back from careers to manage child rearing and household duties. With the new laws, many say that sacrifice is undervalued. On paper, it looks fair, said one family law advocate. But in practice, women who gave up earning power for years are walking away from marriages with
a family law advocate. I'm a family law advocate. I disagree with that. I'm a family law advocate. If it's a family law advocate, it's a woman. And if you're saying that you disagree with a parent getting a job and being able to support for their children, what exactly are you an advocate of? I'm an advocate. So I think she said a family law advocate. I don't know if, let me run it back. Say attorney.
Is undervalued. On paper, it looks fair, said one family law advocate.
Yeah.
But in practice,
yeah, family law advocate. I'm a family law advocate. And when you're an advocate for family law, you should be an advocate for truth. For example, I've been doing this for 25 years. Have y'all ever heard me say, word is bond, what I'm going to do is we taking custody from the mother? I tell men that hire me when they say, I want full legal, physical, and custody. I'm not drafting up a motion for that. I never have and never will. You ain't coming to me saying, I want full legal and physical custody of my child. I never did that. You know why? Because I am an honest family law advocate. I know what to shoot at. Well, we're going to shoot at the attorney for filing that. We're going to shoot at the judge for doing that. How is the law saying us men got to get jobs? And that if that one family law advocate stated that, oh, well, this law of giving 50-50 and not allowing a woman to stay on live off of child support, basically, that's not fair. Well, is it now? Wow. Okay. All right. Me, I don't know that to be the case. And I'm an advocate. I don't.
Men who gave up earning power for years are walking away from marriages with less support and more responsibility. Supporters are.
So because they're walking away from marriages with less support and more responsibility. But when the men was absorbing that responsibility, I didn't hear a family law advocate like myself was understanding, was screaming at. And this is the amazing thing. This is the amazing thing that once again, these individuals like to bark. I want to be clear about something, and here's what I want y'all to take from this. Don't you ever in your life allow a woman to be on lead when y'all having a conversation. Don't. You know, I have a 1986 BMW 635 CSI. Owned the car all my life. It has a 3.5 liter inline 6-cylinder. It's the slowest car I got. Even my cars with a smaller engine can beat it. But it's a 3.5 liter from 1986. So it was modified. It can't compete. How is it that these women run around here and claiming that if they was to have to go into the work field today, that they'll be at a disadvantage? They're not going to have to go into the work field today and say, we know it's 2025, but we only got 1985 wages for you. The only way, oh gosh, you've been a mother. Wow. And the flip side to that is maybe being a mother is not as valuable as y'all think it is. Maybe the value of motherhood, y'all kept putting and throwing it up. Being a mother is this and being a mother is all that. Why is it that now y'all making complaints about being a mother, how it's making you insufficient for the work life? Gee, like I said on the title of this thing today, it is amazing how these things just constantly and keep contradicting themselves. This is why do not be in a conversation with these individuals and allow them to, even if they make a point, don't acknowledge it. So you don't understand what I'm saying? Mm-mm. So if it rains and you walk out there in the rain, you won't get wet? I told you I'm wearing an umbrella. I wear an umbrella. But I ain't never seen them all wear an umbrella. I got the new one. Don't. They are not logical. They are not logical. They are not meant to be on lead. This is why anytime you mention the word reform, women are at an uprise. At an uproar. Only women. These strong things that claim that they're more educated. As I do the bobblehead. I crack myself up. They are not as they say they are. Let us continue to listen some more.
Lawmakers who back the changes argue the laws prevent abuse of the system by spouses who rely on indefinite alimony or use custody disputes as leverage. They claim the revisions push both partners toward greater independence and co-parenting responsibility.
I agree with that a million percent. It pushed both parties towards financial, parental responsibility and promotes both parents. It does. People, I'm going to tell you something. And for all those out there that had 50-50 custody, like I had, then I had legal custody, 100%. I'm going to tell you something. And this is why I tell you individuals, sometimes I say it, sometimes I don't, but I don't know why you fight for custody. Go to court, give a custody, and just say, hey, look, I just want to sit around my house and do nothing. If you file a motion in court like Dave Nutzer of Rochester, New York, you know, that man went in court and said, nope, I don't want nothing. When they said, we want to give him temporary, he said, no, I don't want temporary. You can give her everything. I want dad, no custody. You know, I don't want temporary. He said, I don't want temporary. I want dad, no custody. You know, and his boo-hooing ass POS of an ex-wife is now like, oh, he. Yeah. Don't. So I don't know what these individuals are claiming. I don't know why they're trying to act as if they're trying to act like, you know, this thing called custody is easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. I had it. It's not easy. Far from it, nowhere near it. Yeah, nowhere near it. You know, nowhere near it. Let us continue.
For decades, many women, particularly those who embrace the revisions, push both partners toward greater independence and co-parenting responsibility. For decades, many women, particularly those who embrace the boss chick identity, approached marriage and divorce with the belief that the legal system would always work in their favor.
Boom. People, I was looking at some videos today as I was working out this morning. I was looking at videos about moving to Panama, and I'm getting out of America. I'm getting out of here. I am. This is why, you know, this house needs some repairs. I need a new roof. I don't have any leaks, but the tiles look dried out. And I got that actually when I bought the house. I got the that fee put in there. I got that on the back end. That was the $10,970 that I got. If you can remember what I told y'all when I closed. The reason why I didn't put them up is because of I want to get them trees, a couple of trees. I believe that the trees around this house is doing the damage, is just crazy damage. Nonetheless, my point. All the equity in this house that I got, I'm not doing no repairs via refi. I'm not doing no refi. All the repairs that I've done thus far, I put a new, new system in it, new plumbing system. I had to get some new plumbing in the house done. First 2 months after I got the house, did a new switching over all the fuse box, the fuse panel, switched that over, put lighting systems around the house. It didn't have that much that was wrong with the house anyway, but the thing is getting a roof. And people keep telling me, hey man, refi, get that equity. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take that money when it's time to boogie up and take it's overseas somewhere. I want to say, hey, listen, I want to buy this property. I want to buy this straight out. So I'm 6 figures in equity on this house. And with the money that I got saved up, I should be able to go to another country and just buy a house. My point, what I'm getting at. These women here, I am amazed at how dumb women are. And I am amazed at when you talk about how dumb women are. Any woman would disagree with you. Any woman, I've heard women say, look, I'm not talking about a black woman. I don't care what, I'm just not talking about a black woman. So you're not going to support me in all the things that I've done. How are you ever going to be? Because my mom, that's pretty much the example that my mom did. Whenever they condemn you for talking about the issues that you had, even knowing me as a person, it meant nothing. So when I listened to that woman, when she just said, the boss chick. Remember, it was independent, right? It went from independent to an independent alpha female. Then it went from an independent alpha female boss chick. Now it's independent alpha woman boss chick baddie. I'm a baddie. These individuals just keep stacking on titles. One person got so many fucking titles. It is just amazing how they just keep reviving dumb. It is absolutely amazing. They just, next year, they're going to have independent bass chick, baddie, alpha chick, and a new title going to get popped onto that shit. And then you got to siphon through all that to find you a woman? Listen, no, let me let y'all continue.
Many women, particularly those who embrace the boss chick identity, approached marriage and divorce with the belief that the legal system would always work in their favor. Courts were often seen as sympathetic to women, granting alimony, child support, or asset division in ways that provided financial security after separation. But with new divorce laws sweeping through several states, the tide is shifting. Reforms are being put in place to create more balance between men and women, ensuring fairness rather than favoritism. For women who once viewed divorce as a guaranteed safety net, these changes come as a shock. Boss chicks who prided themselves on independence and rejecting traditional roles now face an ironic.
You heard that. Boss chicks that prided themselves on independent and rejected traditional roles. So we are living in an era of the new woman. We are living in an era of the woman that in 30 years from now, they wanted to be the new modern women. Traditional, excuse me. They was trying to revive the word traditional woman with baddie, boss. Look, you just burped. Dad, you burped 2 times. I want a divorce. I just want a divorce. You can't be burping. I have my mouth open. I want a divorce. And the laws favor them. Now, what that woman said was sweeping reform. Because women aborted the traditional role. Once again, in 30 years from now, they wanted your grandkids and your great-grandkids, yours, and yours, to say things like, well, the traditional woman was just me and my friends, and at least she would come back home. At least the traditional woman would let me in the ass, and I should say that I had to remove the rubber of the last guy. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. They wanted us to be there. They wanted us to be at that place where we would be so messed up in the game. Listen.
Roles now face an ironic reality. Of course, as a guaranteed safety net, these changes come as a shock. Boss chicks who prided themselves on independence and rejecting traditional roles now face an ironic reality.
Isn't it amazing that, like I said, we're now in the boss chick era. We went past the Me Too. We went past the alpha chick. We went past the independence because they, like I said, they keep stacking on perspectives and narratives. So now they feeling like we are being victimized because tradition is being thrown out the window. Right.
In divorce, as a guaranteed safety net, these changes come as a shock. Boss chicks who prided themselves on independence and rejecting traditional roles now face an ironic reality. Independence doesn't shield them from the new legal and financial constraints. Many of these women counted on court settlements to provide long-term financial support if relationships failed. But with caps on alimony, stricter timelines, and new income evaluations, the days of lifetime payments are fading. The system is telling women that if they break...
You heard what that lady just said? She said it provided them with support if the relationship failed, right? If the relationship failed. Name the last time you've seen a video of a failing relationship as opposed to a video where the woman just initiated the divorce because, I don't know, you farted. Name one video that you've seen where women said, me and my husband, we just grew apart and I'm just unhappy. You hear women say, as they doing their makeup and doing the video, I woke up today and I woke up happy. I think I'm going to serve my husband with divorce papers today. I think I'm going to just tell him I don't want to be married no more. I just want to be free. I got 2 kids. I've already figured out where we're going to go. I already know the new guy that's going to be digging his pussy. I already know. And I just know. Name the video that you seen where it was me and my husband, we decided to separate yesterday. It was not a woman doing a video talking about how her and her husband decided to do something. It's videos with women saying, I decided, I don't wanna, I need a break, I'm tired, I'm not happy. Now they're saying, now they're realizing that the law was always set up for that situation. However, they turned it into a me situation. That's what the law understands. The law is looking at these women like, are you fucking kidding me? Did you see that video on YouTube yesterday? Lawmakers are getting together saying, did you see that video made on you? The woman just got up and said, hey, what if my wife tried to do that shit? Yeah.
Themselves, but with caps on alimony, stricter timelines, and new income evaluations, the days of lifetime payments are fading. The system is telling women that if they brand themselves as independent, they will need to stand on their own 2 feet, whether they like it or not. One of the biggest points of backlash is the limitation of alimony duration. In many states, laws now restrict alimony to only a few years based on the length of the marriage. Boss chicks who may have thought they could exit marriages with decades of financial backing are now realizing that those days are gone. Courts are saying, if you want to live as an independent woman, the law will treat you as one.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Like I tell you guys, I'm a nerd, and as a nerd, I look at a lot of things. I look at things different than the average person. I'm proud to be a nerd. I have a great life. I have, I walk around in my day to day and realize I aged well. Not only did I age well, god damn it, for an ugly motherfucker, I'm sure it's pretty. God damn, I'm pretty. And I'm looking at mugs my age and I'm like, oh, another story. But what I look at and what I notice is there are individuals that will never get it. And what I look at and what I see, like I said, is not what you see. I just seen things different. And I'm gonna do on this live stream a video within a video. I'm gonna put this live stream, I'm gonna put a video of a narrative that I made within, take one of my videos and I'm gonna kind of do it right now. So just follow me. You take a 9-year-old black girl. She just, you may have seen the video. You may, this is what's happening throughout the black community. Throughout the black community, sex is more of a curriculum than loyalty. It's more of a curriculum. It's more of a currency, excuse me. We use that as the biggest currency in the black community is sex. What is it that the one thing that the woman say to you when you don't do right by her? Fucking nigga, I ain't giving you this pussy. I don't want the pussy. I wanted a wife and a family. You never hear them say that, fuck you, I'm not giving you a family, I'm not supporting you. It's always just, I'm not giving you no pussy. So all these narratives and all these over decades, where we're at today, as she just said, you want to be treated independent, we'll oblige. But where did it come from? It came from the lopsided narrative, right? The lopsided narrative of that individual that was the fat booty chick and her mother. Fathers didn't do this to our daughters. The mothers did. The mothers, you know, they groom these chicks to be whores. A black woman, more so than not, will groom her daughter to be a whore. Won't groom their child to be a woman. You think you're gonna get a woman in the black community? You 25 and you 20 and 25-year-olds think that you got a woman to pick from? No, you got a whore. You got an individual in her head. Even if she goes to college and act right and all these things, she has a whore's curriculum that she was raised on. I need y'all to follow me. So she's 9 years old. Let's pick the story back up. She's 9 years old. I did a video about this. She's 9 years old. She turns 10, start ballooning up. Then all of a sudden, she's 12 years old. And what does her mother say? Talking to her hood whores, whore, you fucking whore. I'm laughing at something else. You fucking whore, you whore. She's 12 years old now, and queen whore, you fucking whore. What is she saying? She's on the phone. Yeah, girl. Yeah, she in here with her little big ass. Girl, her ass bigger than mine. Girl, when I was 12 years old, my ass wasn't that big. My ass. Now this little 12-year-old whore, fucking whore. Now she's being conditioned to think, this thing that I'm toting around here is something about it. I haven't quite put my finger on it yet. But let's be clear. I'm being nice. Before she turned 12, she was already a hot little ass. Oh, hot ass hoe. I need y'all to follow me. And then, now with a mother like that, the lifestyle is just equally as fucked up. She goes to school. The two-parent household where the Patrice with the S that goes to church, her parents ain't saying, get your little hot ass in here. But Shaquita's daughter, her butt bigger than hers. And she's saying, well, why she ain't carrying on this big booty curriculum like I got? But then because she got a two-parent household, she's wearing nice clothes. Shaquita's daughter with the 12 years old now with the hot ass, she ain't got the means to get these things. But she notices something. When she goes home, her mama talk about how big ass is at a 12-year-old. And then when she go out in public, she be in the store and grown men be looking at her like, look at that little big ass. I know she only, I like I'm young. I'm a pedophile. I'm a pedophile. Right? And then what happens is she grows up. These are the videos you see. Yeah. These are the videos y'all see of these women just casually talking about being whores, about how you need to pay them. You think that started because they got Instagram? You think that that was already baked into their head, the curriculum of these brown little whores. This is how their mom teach them. And then it spread like wildfire, because one thing you can't tell me that a woman is capable of doing. They're not capable of listening to trash, not deciphering it as something not to be. They look at trash and say, well, it's easy to be trash than be a wife. So they're going to go ahead and be trash. This is why these individuals walking around here and they're quick to abduct the next woman's BS narrative. This is why Sexy Red blew up. This is why all these women, this is when I really put the cap. And what they saying, put a cap. But I mean, from the perspective of a lid on the narrative of the dumb things that are walking around in the black community called black women. This is when I realized that there were some lost souls. Remember Felicia Rashad when she did that video last year or earlier this year? And she was on Power 105.1 and she said, you know, women got to just cover up. She wasn't malicious when she said it. It wasn't out of no malice or nothing. The beautiful, vivacious, I don't know if that's the word, vivacious, whatever. You know what the fuck I mean. Felicia Rashad, beautiful woman. And they roasted her ass. Not one black man did, but black women roasted her ass. They roasted her. Felicia Rashad. If Felicia Rashad cannot say anything, who can? Nobody. This is why I told y'all. I am looking at videos where I want to get my ass out of the United States because I want me a wife. I want me a family. I do. I know I'm 56 years old. I want me a family. I want me a son. On my personal Facebook today, I posted up a video, my dad and me. I posted up a video of my dad and me. I cried a little bit. I love my fucking father, man. I'm glad I had my dad in my life because my dad, I'm gonna get back to the video in a second. I'm sorry I don't went left on you guys. But my dad is the reason why y'all looking at me the way I'm looking like I'm looking today because of my dad. I'm a bad motherfucker because of my dad. My fly, because of my dad. My jewels, because of my dad. My flow, because of my dad. My speak, arrogance, flex, because of my dad. The way I make money, because of my dad. You know the goddamn rest, because of my fucking dad. My dad. And I looked at a picture of him today and said, damn, bruh, thank you. And started crying. Thank you. This is it right here. I'm going to show y'all. I posted it on my Facebook. I love that man. I'm glad I had my father in my life. Really. I'm glad I had my dad in my life. You see this? This is what I posted on my personal Facebook. Me and my dad. That's that motherfucker right there. That's my daddy. And what I put on top, can't see it. But I said, my dad. I said, y'all only lucky this man passed away because me and him together will fuck y'all up for all the stuff y'all saying. That's what I put about my dad. So when you listen to these creatures running around here, acting like total trash bags, my dad. Appreciate that. Hold on a second. Let me look at that in a second. Hold on a second. Let me get back in the YouTube. Take those off for a second. Put these on. Yeah, my dad. You know, listen. I love my dad. My dad. Honestly, man. Honestly, I don't know what would I be without that dude. My dad. I appreciate that, Pickle. $20 contribution via the super chat. I definitely appreciate that. And thank you. I appreciate that. My dad made me amazing. How about that? My dad made me amazing. Yeah, he did. That's thank my dad. That's that dude. I'm let me tell you, my dad, man, I swear to God, I love my dad. Like I said, I looked at that picture today, man, start crying. I said, wow, my dad. Wow. And I say wow. I say wow because I say wow because um come on. I say wow.
Formulas taking into account shared custody arrangements and the
I say wow because I I and this is just real talk. I told y'all this before for those that was here and those that remember. The curriculum that I am on today, my dad. My dad. Let me tell y'all a story, then I'm gonna get back on topic. 2023. It's December, right before Christmas. I was doing DoorDash heavy. Doing DoorDash, it was a Friday. I used to leave the house at 5 in the morning, start door dashing to 10 in the morning, take lunch from 10 to 12, where I would do noontime live stream for those that was here, eat, and go back and start door dashing about 3 o'clock. And I would take a break from 10 to 12, and then from 12 to 3, I would do the League of Dads work, and then I would be back in that car at 3 o'clock doing DoorDash. And I remember it was about 8 o'clock at night on a Friday in December. It was raining. And I remember I was like, yo, this is going to be the last one. It was about 8 o'clock, 8:30. I literally heard my dad say, do some more, hustle. You got to hustle. I literally stayed in that car, taking door dashes in the rain to about 11:15, 11:30 at night. All because I heard my dad say, son, you got to hustle. Son, you got to hustle. I don't need money. I didn't need the money. I'm retired military. I get a big fat check every month. Every month. I'm good. But I couldn't shut off. I just learned how to relax last year or two. I just learned how to just take it easy. But the cancer of hustle, if there is one, the cancer of hustle, I understood money before I left my teens. This is why you don't hear me saying, this is why you don't hear me saying, man, I got 6 BMWs, but yo, I'm selling like 3 of them, man. Yeah. And you hear the reports. Insurance rates are going up as car owners are being left stranded. That's right. Yep, my insurance went up, everything going up. I ain't getting rid of none of my cars. Not for that reason. I still got all my cars. You don't hear me downsizing nothing. You still hear me buying. I'm buying shit. I'm shit. I ain't. Why? Because if I make 100,000, I'm only spending 25. That's it. I'm not doing this thing where I made 100,000, but I spent 94. Whew, I don't live like that because of my dad. Before I was 10 years old, I was buying my own school clothes at 10 years old because of my dad. I remember I lived on 16th and 20th in Irvington, New Jersey, for those that know New Jersey. Irvington, New Jersey, 16th Avenue. So it was Grove Street, 22nd Street, 20th Street, 21st Street, rather, 20th Street. Right at 20th, 21st Street, and 16th Avenue, across the street is the bus terminal. I used to stand on my porch and look at the bus. And I would look back at the house, look at the bus terminal. I'm a 10-year-old kid. I look at the bus, and what happened is the bus will go into the terminal. And of course, when it's coming up, it'll be like terminal such and such. Then it'll pull into, it'll go through the loop to go back and start the route all over again. And then he'll change the thing. Number 1 bus, Broad Street, Newark, right? But before it came up, it was like 22nd Street Terminal, Irvington. Then I would see that, and as soon as I seen that man flip the thing, number 1 bus, Broad Street, Newark, I would run across the street. But I would keep looking back at the house. I didn't want my mom to be like, Chris, come here for a minute. So I would just time it. I would look, I seen a chance. And I went to this store called Jack's. They had sweatsuits for like $5. They had shirts for like $5, a pair of jeans for like $5. Yo, man. And I remember I remember I went down there and I had like $25. I brought me count them, two sweatsuits, right? And I was so scared. Don't ask me why. I was so scared that my mama would say something to me. I used to get dressed and go to school before my mom got up because I didn't want my mom to see me with the clothes on. I didn't want her to see me and say, "Oh, what the fuck? Where you get that from?" So I would just get dressed in the morning, throw the sweatsuit on, do that, and I would leave for school before my mom even got up. 10-year-old kid. And I remember one day I came home, shit, and I waited till my mom was on the phone. You know that thing where you wait till your mom is on the phone before you ask her something. So I was like, my mom was on the phone. I said, I'm gonna tell my mom. I said, Mom. She said, hold on. What? I said, I'll be going downtown to buy my own clothes. She said, oh, yeah, I know. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. I said, Mom, how you know? She said, oh, hold on. Boy, I ain't buy you them damn clothes. Oh my gosh, man. That's what you get. That's what my dad created. My dad, man. I got it. My dad. It's all my dad. No offense to nobody. You don't got a dad and you up there, one of the things that irk me more than anything is when I see a fucking guy up on there get a reward and then they be like, Mama, we did it. Mama, we did it. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Back to the regularly scheduled program.
By a system they once depended on. Child support is another area sparking outrage. With new formulas taking into account shared custody arrangements and the income of both parents, women are no longer guaranteed hefty child support checks. Some even find themselves in situations where they must pay child support to fathers, something unthinkable to many boss chicks who assumed motherhood would automatically give them financial leverage.
Very well said. One of the things that I try to help my clients master is, or should I say, one of the things that I have to do with my clients is I have to break them. I have to break them out of the narrative to even understand. I have to break them like, yo, you're a man, but you can turn the tables. Child support ain't always, and alimony ain't always, and paying attorney fees ain't always. Surprise, bitch.
The narrative of using children as a financial cushion is being challenged, and for those unprepared, it's a devastating blow. The cultural fallout is even bigger than the legal one. Many boss chicks are venting their frustrations online, claiming the system is targeting women and stripping away protections. But critics argue that these reforms are long overdue. Men's rights advocates have long fought for fairness in family courts, pointing out that men were often left financially destroyed by divorce settlements that favored women.
You hear that? It is amazing how they can always just say things with a broad brush. They can't ever give you intricate details. Women are being left destroyed because of child support. Wait a minute. If it's for the child, what's it got to do with you? It's for the child. If you ask a woman what are the needs of child support, they'll factor in rent. They'll factor in all these things, light bill. That one light bulb in my kid's room, the light bill was $100, and that one light bulb, that's a fluorescent okie dokie light. Oh yeah, that's a okie dokie light. Yeah, that one bulb in my kid's room, that's $95 off the $100 electric bill. Shit. How much is the rent? The rent $1,200 a month. And how much of that should the man give you for the child? $1,150, 26. $1,050.26. Yeah. How are you coming up with this number? Well, the kids' room, the walls are fluorescent goat fur. What? It's fluorescent goat fur. Please explain. Well, that one room, yes, I heard. Okay, that's what I asked you. That one room, the fur on the walls, they had to look, because my kid got thin skin. And so I had them put the rent was only $30, but once they put that goat fur on the kids' room wall, the rent went up to $1,200. These some yo man, it is amazing how fucked up these whores are accountants when it comes to just coming up with proper numbers for shit. When it comes to child support, oh my. Let me tell you what I've learned. Been doing this for 25 years. Let me tell you what I've learned. Child support when they're young, it don't work when they're old. Let me tell you something. You say, man, I'm paying $500 a month in child support. Oh, that's one event for a child when they get older. These women, it is amazing how these individuals don't factor in anything when it comes to child support. They don't factor in. They just think child support in their brain just applies it to everything. They go shopping. They got 5 other kids by 5 other dudes, by 4 other dudes. And the one person that's paying child support, his percentage of what he should be paying supposed to cover all the kids. Don't think you're gonna find one that have a different philosophy. I'm gonna be clear. I was asked about 10 years ago, what is the one thing that I think can bring back the modern women? My answer: stop welfare, cancel all these programs. If anybody is not wise enough to think that a woman's perspective is predicated on the laws that we are governed by, you are an absolute shit-idiot. Yeah, you are absolute that right there.
Regardless of circumstance. The new laws, they argue, are simply balancing the scales. What feels like oppression to some women is in reality.
The new laws are simply balancing. So what does that mean? That means when it's off balance, right? Women thrive better, right? When it's off balanced, women are comfortable. When it's off balance, oh, it's all good. Let's be clear.
The correction of decades of imbalance. There's also the deeper issue of accountability. For years, the "I don't need a man" mantra fueled the independent woman era. Yet many of these same women expected the courts, and by extension men, to provide financial support when things didn't work out. The contradiction is glaring. Proclaiming independence while relying on legal systems to subsidize lifestyle choices. With the laws changing,
the contradictory is glaring. While claiming independence by using the law. I didn't listen to this before I played it for y'all. How ironic. I said this 10 years ago. The only reason why women are as presently constituted, laws. This is why things like prenup is turmoil. It causes, did you see that dude that played on Minnesota? His baby mama, he paid the one that paid his baby mama $1 million. She done burnt through the money. Now she wants to run back to court. Now she's posting up things. He got a little dick. She wants more money. So you damn near burned $1 million in child support in a year. You up there posting you own a trucking company because everybody want to be a boss. Now you're saying, oh, I need more money. The joke was on you. He gave you 18-year lump sum. That now you're saying, oh, I got hoodwinked. I want $50,000 a month. Blah blah blah. I got hoodwinked. Right.
Women are now forced to live out the independence they so proudly declared, and the adjustment is not an easy one. Another consequence is the impact on dating and marriage itself. Many men, aware of these shifts, are approaching relationships differently. Some now feel safer entering marriage, knowing the risk of being drained financially in divorce is decreasing. But for boss chicks, this means their leverage in relationships is diminishing. If marriage no longer guarantees financial fallback, they must rely on what they bring to the table as individuals, not what they can extract in the event of divorce. For women,
not what they can extract in the event of a divorce. And let's be clear, it will be a divorce. Oh, yeah, it will be a divorce.
Who delayed marriage, prioritized careers, or dismissed traditional roles, this creates a new set of challenges. Social media has become the battlefield where these debates play out. Boss chicks post emotional videos about how unfair the new system is, while men flood the comments celebrating the reforms as justice finally served. This clash highlights a cultural divide. Women who grew up believing the system would always protect them versus men who spent years demanding equality in the courts. The backlash shows just how dependent some women had become on divorce as a financial strategy and how disruptive these legal changes truly are. In the bigger picture, these reforms may actually encourage stronger families. If women know they cannot rely.
No, it will encourage stronger families. Atia LaShawn Bradley felt as though she could beat on me and didn't have to fix herself. If I decided I didn't want to be involved with her more, oh, you know what? Well, then I'm going to take you down for child support then. And that's what she did. Atia LaShawn Bradley said, no. I don't need to fix myself. What do I need to get myself together for? I don't have to do none of that. You need to just continue on. You need to just continue to do what I want you to do. So what? I beat on you. So what? So what? No, because she even told me, she said, instead of telling me to go to therapy, you should try and help me. I said, and do what? Get you bigger, buy you boxing gloves, bigger ounce boxing gloves? What, how could the abused help the abuser? But this is the nonsense. This is why I said to my mama, don't ever speak to me unless you go to therapy. Oh, and by the way, I know she won't. Let's be clear.
On courts to provide long-term financial support, they may think twice before rushing into marriage for convenience or rushing out of it when challenges arise. Accountability is being forced back into the equation. Independence now means truly independent, not selectively independent when it benefits one's image, but dependent when times get tough. The new divorce laws represent more than just legal changes. They mark the end of an era. For boss chicks who spent years dismissing men while secretly relying on the system to cushion their fall,
wow, they dismiss men, but secretly relying on them. Secretly. That is it right there. That is it right there. Listen, if you work on a 1099, 732-875-9111, you should not be paying child support. I've been saying this for years. Why are you paying child support if you work on a 1099? Something wrong with you. Why are you paying child support? You shouldn't be. No, sir. No, sir. It is today and will always be amazing to me to see men, let me be like that, men actually listen to women contradict themselves all the time. You get to do that with me once. And I'm like, oh, you're one of those.
Reality is setting in hard. Independence is no longer just a slogan. It's a lifestyle they must actually sustain. The backlash, while loud, cannot undo the changes already in motion. If anything, it serves as a cautionary tale. Choices have consequences, and the age of entitlement through divorce is closing. Those who truly want independence will embrace the shift, while those clinging to old illusions will continue to struggle. So I hope you found this video.
Those that are truly independent will embrace. Those that are clinging to old delusion. Delusion. I've been telling y'all this for 10 years. Remember my story, and then I'm going to end it with this, and I appreciate y'all for being here. Honestly, you guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you said that big, ugly dude at it again. I know I'm ugly, but I'm so pretty. Oh, my. But remember the story. Follow me on this one. When they were little babies, everything comes back from their childhood. I don't know if you caught on to that. When they were little babies, they're playing with their dolls. Oh. And they just, I And then all of a sudden, they grew up. Where do you think that ba-dubba went? Where do you think it went? Oh, you think they left that in their childhood? Uh-huh. I remember my brother and I. We used to play cars. We used to take the cover. We had 2 twin beds in our room. And we used to take our cover and roll it up and put it around the head of the bed, the little side of the bed, the little bit that went on the side at the foot of the, we would lay it across the foot of the bed, and what was left over on the sides, we would roll on the side. And we would actually make like we driving cars. And when that little piece that folded on the side, we would open it, we get step out the bed and close it like it was a door. We was playing car games. We had shopping carts that we dressed up like cars. We went to the supermarket, stole shopping carts, and we put Cadillac. I put a Cadillac emblem on mine. I put a Dukes of Hazzard. You remember the General Lee had that bumper in the front? I built me a Dukes of Hazzard crash grill on the front of mine, but I had a Cadillac emblem on it. And this was what we did. We played like we had cars. Now at 56, I got 6, but I ain't playing.